As much as you possibly can.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Willow Legal Group's Coffee Chat. Thanks for joining us today. Lindsay, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest?
Yeah, so today we're talking with Jodi Finkelstein, and she's the Executive Director of the Montgomery County Commission for Women. Jodi has advocated on behalf of Maryland's families for over 20 years, and she's excited to be a part of the Montgomery County government. She focuses on domestic violence, sexual assault prevention, and women's reproductive health. She has worked at both the state and local levels, including 10 years as a nonprofit executive director. Jodi has received numerous awards for her work, including being named one of Maryland's top 100 women by the Daily Record in 2008, 2018, and 2020. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue named her an Agent of Change in 2017. She has a bachelor's in sociology from Ithaca College and a master's in social work from University of Maryland School of Social Work. And she enjoys spending time with her family, running and watching baseball. Specifically, we'll start with the crop dusters.
Yes, the only crop dusters.
So welcome, Jodi.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me. And it's a pleasure to be with both of you today.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the Montgomery County Commission for Women?
Sure. So the Montgomery County Commission for Women was formed in 1972, and we are an office and advisory board of Montgomery County government. The purpose of the office is to support women and girls and their families on the local, state, and national level. And we really do that in three main ways. We provide education and outreach. We do a lot of information and referral, and we do a great deal of advocacy in Maryland, specifically before the Montgomery County Council and the Maryland state legislature. And sometimes we dabble in on the federal level, but mostly in the two other areas that I just explained. I think the best way to describe what we do was from one of our former commission chairs that said that she would like us to be your favorite search engine for women's issues in Montgomery County.
Ah, that's awesome. A good way to think of it.
Yeah.
So what kind of educational topics can we normally find? I know there's some stuff on your website, which we can put in the.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. Thank you. So we try and reach the community where they are. And so from our very, I would say, humble beginnings, we provide education and outreach on very basic but very well and much needed topics, such as separation and divorce. So individuals that want to learn more about that in the state of Maryland, we have free online seminars that are taught by family law attorneys, a little bit different than what you guys practice, but it all intersects. And that is about an hour and a half, and that will begin I believe in September. It's usually the first Wednesdays of the month. And again, that's free. In collaboration with Montgomery County Libraries, we provide a class on financial health and literacy, which is right up your all alley. We provide topics from everything from budgeting all 101 to separation and divorce. We recently did one on helping individuals retire that were leaving the federal workforce. And then we do pop-ups occasionally. And we worked with one, when was this? A couple of years ago, on planning for the future if you had a child with special needs. So again, we try and reach out to the community to see what the needs are. And then we try and provide that programming. We're getting ready to start another self-defense class, which sells out really, really quickly. And then we also do a career series where we bring individuals on to teach folks about resume writing, how to present yourself in an interview, and so on. We, after each of those seminars, which are, again, free, mostly online, we ask people for their input. So if any of your listeners or watchers have specific things that they would like the county to provide classes on, particularly through the Commission for Women, we're happy to do so.
Cool. And is this open to everyone, or are there income requirements? It's anyone.
Yeah. It's open to anyone. The only class that is geared only towards women is our self-defense class.
Which makes total sense.
Yeah, but if there are groups of individuals who or don't identify as women that would like a class, we can certainly set something up.
Awesome.
Tell us some more about some of the advocacy you've done recently.
Wow.
On the county level.
Yeah, on the county level. Yeah, I was going to say. Well, I have to kind of intersperse that with the state level because we do a little bit of both. So every year our commissioners, which let me add, are 15 volunteers who are appointed by the county executive and confirmed by the county council, meet to come up with what strategic priorities they would like, and included in that they include a legislative priority. So usually our topics are focused on domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, reproductive health, equal pay, family law, and we usually pick anywhere between 5 and 8 legislative items. And our advocacy entails, meeting with legislators in person, meeting with legislators online, testifying in person, sending in letters, all in the hopes of trying to educate the legislators about the specific topic that happens to be a priority for that year. And to expand on that just really quickly, we have a huge conference at the end of January this year. It's going to be, and it's called the Women's Legislative Briefing. This year it's going to, in 2026, it's going to be January 31st, which is the last Saturday of the month. And this brings together close to 600 people from throughout the state. And we have breakout sessions on everything from health and safety for women, financial topics for women, economics, anything that really is a hot topic of the day. And those breakout sessions bring in some really fabulous speakers and experts in their field to be able to talk about some of those legislative topics. Last year, we had the Lieutenant Governor of Maryland provide one of the keynote addresses and welcomes, and it just kind of goes on from there. So we do quite a bit around advocacy, but also I have to share, we do a lot of individual advocacy. So we work really hard on behalf of county constituents. So if either one of you called and had an issue that you needed addressed, whether it be family law or housing, we do our best to be able to navigate you to the right place. And if it's something that's more policy related, we continue to work for you however it might best suit your needs.
Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. It's great to have someone that helps you figure out how to get through all of that, county stuff to get
stuff. Yeah, stuff with a capital S for sure, because usually when people call us, they really are in despair. We've had women call who are crying or angry, whether it be with their experiences with divorce or domestic violence, and they just want to be able to talk to someone that listens and can help navigate what they need and when they need it. So we do our best to be able to assist in that way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So what inspired you to kind of focus on this area?
That's a fun question. So I have my master's in social work, and I originally wanted to go into alcohol and drug counseling, but I kind of took a detour. I happened to be at the right place at the wrong time, if that makes sense. It was my first year in graduate school, and I witnessed the impact of a drive-by shooting. Mm-hmm. And so that left me with an intangible feeling of wanting to do something more. So really long story short, that led me into gun violence prevention work, which led me into violence against women work, which led me here. So everything really is interconnected in that way, which is why I like baseball so much, because I can yell and scream at something that absolutely at the end of the day means nothing.
It's a good way to get that frustration out.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
If you've never been to a baseball game with Jodi, I recommend it highly.
Oh, we're not. I mean, in crop deserts, I yell, but not nearly the same as playoffs during for Major League Baseball. So, well, I hope everyone listening finds their outlet. So if they're stressed about something, either in their personal life or their work life, they've got an outlet to be able to practice self-care.
Exactly. Hey, and there could be many other forms of those outlets, and baseball's a pretty good one. So
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't got kicked out of a game yet.
yeah. I don't know. There's still time.
Lindsay says challenge accepted.
I know. I'm like, next season for the crop dusters.
Oh, I'm in. I'm
We're getting you
100%
kicked
in.
out. Board members kicked out of crop dusters game. Yes.
Well, that's what advocacy is for, right? You have to advocate for people that don't normally speak for themselves.
That's
And
right.
whether it's women who need something or baseball players who don't agree with the call, you need advocates that are willing to go the distance.
Agreed. I agree. See, and it's all come full circle where you were just a born advocate. So.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome. So what is one piece of advice that you wish more people understood when it comes to the Commission for Women, or I guess women's issues in general? Kind of.
One piece of advice. That's a tough one, Linz. I would say if it doesn't feel right, speak up. Oftentimes women will sort of not listen to their inner voice, and they'll either say something like, well, it was my fault I did this, or I should have worked harder, or I should have done this. No. If that little voice inside your head is telling you you should be afraid or that something isn't right, just listen to that intuition. I think it's really important. And then if you're brave enough to listen to that intuition, be able to pick up the phone and call for help, and call for assistance, because too many times people, in particular women, just suffer in silence no matter what the issue might be. So I think that's the greatest advice that I can give is call when you need help. And when women call, one of the first things I say is, thank you so much for calling, because I know how hard it was to make that call. So you're not alone. While your situation is particular to you, unfortunately, many other people may have gone through it. So we're here to help. We're definitely here to help.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what's the one thing that you can't live without in your day-to-day life?
Baseball.
So what do you do from like October through?
Well, I say that in jest. What do I do? So I do a lot of things. Things that I can't live without are my support system. Like what I said, reaching out when I need help, working out. That is even more than baseball. Absolutely my outlet. Baseball, and I absolutely love Halloween. So that they all coincide together. Yeah. And then what do I do during the wintertime? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
We'll have to find
Go to spring training. I count down the days till when pitchers catchers report.
We'll have to find something to keep her busy during the winter.
Yeah, I'll come hang out with you guys.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
We watch football.
Yeah, we do football.
Oh, you do football too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying. I just it's hard. It's hard for me.
It's hard.
Yeah. I have family members that play football, but in all honesty, one of the things that has like aggravated me the most about football isn't necessarily the game, and they've gotten better. NFL has gotten much better about their domestic violence and sexual assault policies related to their players and families. I couldn't, not to say that MLB is that much better, although they are a little bit better in their policies, but just watching the way they would let things slide and not address it and just throw everything under the carpet, it was just infuriating to me. And I couldn't spend a whole Sunday watching a game where they weren't supporting the families of the players. So that was one of the reasons why I kind of was like, yeah, I'm out of football.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's gotten better.
Well, good. I mean, I guess some change is better than no change. So.
That's correct. That's correct.
Is there anything else you want to say about the commission?
Again, I go back to the question you asked me about giving advice. If I can just share the telephone number for people that might need some help. It's 240-777-8300. If you have to leave a message, don't worry. We have a sort of a policy. We will call you within 24 hours if we can. of your call. And we are absolutely here to help. And again, while we'll call the Commission for Women, we also help their families and men. And we've gotten calls from men who are worried about their moms or sisters or wives who are seeking assistance. So we help everyone that we can.
Do you know too, is there kind of one of these agencies in each county, or is this something specific to Montgomery County?
Montgomery County is unique in that we have paid full-time staff and an entire office supporting the needs of women in the county. Other counties in Maryland do have it, but they're more in a volunteer capacity. So our resources and ability to help is a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes, but not to say if somebody lives in another part of the state, we will try and connect them with the resources in their area to be able to help them as well. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Yeah, because we get people from all over the state, and we want to be able to say call you, or at least say they can get you to the right.
Yeah, and we have connections elsewhere. Just give it's like I can give you a private example. Especially if it's somebody who's experienced domestic violence and sexual assault in another state. Just given my background in that area and having worked at the Maryland Network Against Domestic Violence, if you have a loved one in another state that needs assistance, then we can call our network, who calls this other state's network, and then we're able to connect that way.
Fantastic.
So we would never say, we can't help you, we don't live in the county. It's more of tell me where you are so I can try and find resources to help you where you are.
Perfect. That's
Wonderful.
great. Such a great resource to have, at least to help get people to the right place, because I think you're right. People don't know what to do and where to call, and
right.
And
right. It can be daunting sometimes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And the work that you guys do is amazing. It's so important for people to have their trusts and wills and estates together. People don't realize how important that is until, unfortunately, it's too late and everything has become such a mess, and then the family is in a harder situation. So thank you for all the work that you do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome, Jodi. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll put that phone number that Jodi shared in the comments, as well as the website, if you need to connect with her or want to take advantage of any of the resources. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you again for all that you guys do. We really appreciate it.
All right.